Ooh, welcome. So we have our code Geass set that just released for Union Arena, right? I guess as per usual, right? 8 boxes is what I'm usually doing, so we'll just get right to it. Um, I say per usual, I've only done it one at a time for JGK. I don't know if I'm gonna do. I'll probably do Demon Slayer, yeah, because I actually like it, but likely won't do One Punch Man for this. So that'll be the set that I skip, but then I'll probably go back once Black Clover releases, and then Bleach Part 2, and like Sword Art Online and all the other good stuff. But yeah, Code Geass just released, just had a pre-release event. So far, pretty good so far. The deck is strong, the IP is really good. It's kind of changing the meta a bit, so it's actually kind of nice, which is weird because we had Bleach and Hunter for the longest time, and we had JJK for like, what, a month? And then now it's like straight to Code Geass. I know there's pull tabs on the packs. I can't be bothered to open them. They're just such a pain in the ass, honestly, sometimes. First, Suzaku, that's a nice box topper right there. I need to put these packs somewhere, but yeah. What I'm expecting, I'm hoping out of this, sorry, not expecting, hoping, is actually, I'm gonna put this on the side. I never figure out the organizations. I'm already so bad at this. What I'm hoping is to get some nice altars, like obviously 2-star, yeah, because I opened like half a case. Also, I need to do something. I have this light on. I need to change the lighting. That's messing up everything because I literally couldn't tell the difference between purple and red for some reason. But yeah. The sets are pretty good. Green's obviously like probably one of the stronger sets, but I think red being looked at as a potentially good set is nice. Red has a lot of nice aggro power. And it also has Pizza Time, which is a really funny archetype. Not that it's that good, but it's funny. It's something. It's playable. I always need the goddamn scissors for this. But yeah, green's like arguably the best deck technically, just because it has Lancelots. It works similar to, I guess, like most green decks. Well, not most green decks, but a lot of green decks. Especially in the future, where they're just going to count on high gen energies and trying to turbo out Lancelots basically to win the game. Because I'm pretty sure Lancelot 2 this day is still like the best like raid ever released. This is really nice. So we have our first alt art. We have the uncommon Euphemia. I think it's pretty good. I don't know if you play this in Lancelot, if anything, but it's still a pretty good card. They just can't target any of your other stuff except for her with abilities or events, whatever, when your opponent uses from hand. So that's pretty nice. We'll set that aside. But yeah, compared to JJK, the alt art's like really nice. This turnaround. Also, I just realized I didn't get my thing to recycle this stuff, so it's gonna be really awkward. I think I'm just gonna scatter packs around my floor at this point. I forgot to get, usually I have a basket to catch all this other garbage and stuff, but it is what it is. Noonally, that's really good too for the red decks. If only we got that one cost Noonally, right? That'd be pretty nice. But she's way too good, so it makes sense that we didn't get her. And now the worst part about this, I love opening packs, don't get me wrong, but the worst part is always this, when I have to organize all of this and then eventually find somewhere to put them, and it just ends up piling up in my room and piling up around my area because I have too many packs. And then these, oh man, I love when the packs are just kind of hard to open even with the tabs. Okay. Take this out. Euphemia, Sayoko. Honestly, I don't know what deck I'm going to play for Code Geass. Green is, yes, theoretically the best. I think purple is pretty good as like the middle ground between the two. This is an interesting one. It's a 3-gen, it's 2 actually. It's only 4 cost, but it generates 3 energy. Realistically, she's not that good because like your energy line, if you're trying to play in line slots, it's still the same thing. You have to get 8 energy, so you're just going 3, 2, 2, 1, I guess, which is fine. But I mean, I guess for 2 AP, it's not like terrible. She does have step if she gets moved up, but like it's just free targeted removal, which unironically hurts you a lot more in the long run. But maybe she's worth exploring. But yeah, purple red is like a really nice middle ground between the decks. Red is arguably the worst, but that's not really a problem. I mean, this is a game technically where any deck could realistically do well, especially at the locals, and it wouldn't matter. I keep wanting to throw in the trash can. First AP, we have Noonally. We'll go straight to the Lancelot. Britannia, Kyoto. Not Kyoto, whatever his name is. I actually don't know Code Geass that well. I told myself I would watch Code Geass before this set released, and I just never did. I just get distracted by so many other shows. Also, this show is it's actually pretty old at this point, so I don't think it's that it hasn't aged well. I'm sure it aged well as a show. It's just, I don't know, man. My backlog for anime is like so long. It's unbelievable. Also, I keep getting distracted by the fact that there are so many IPs I would love to see in this game. Like, I've been watching Dandadan. That'd be pretty good. Love to see a random one like Bobobo. I think that'd be hilarious, right? But I'm pretty sure it's mostly Bandai titles as far as I understand, so. Okay, we have a Lelouch one. This is weird because I don't know why they put his name there. Again, I don't watch the show. I have watched the show. It's just been too long. So long that I just don't remember any of it. I don't know why they put his name like that in there. When I first saw it at locals, when someone pulled it, I thought it was like a signature or something, or I thought it was like a 3-star. No, turns out it's just a regular SR. And he's like the only one that has it. Because I don't think like Suzaku or anything has it. Or any others have that. It's just him. We have a Gwen. That's pretty huge for purple. Earlier I was saying, I don't know what I'm going to build for the rare battles. I think this is a rare battle that has, how to describe it? There's a lot of room for decks to do well, where there's no one deck that's dominating. Like, yes, Lancelot is the strongest in terms of power, but it's like they have to gen their energy there. There's no energy swappers, so the rare battles has that going for it, which is why green is pretty good and probably the one that most people are going to play. But realistically, I think a lot of these other decks have good matchups into it. Like, I've been talking about the deck with friends. The idea is that like you're playing red as like a super aggro deck, especially with like the Ray that lets you active a 3k or less. You're basically wanting to push against green, which is really easy because again, it's a high energy deck. Their whole goal is to generate energy as fast as they can, which generally is not super fast unless they like draw like cracked as hell. But you're just going full aggro and then hoping for the best because you don't have as many crazy removal options. There's no control options either. Geass was the first set ever to release in JP. So, why is this all white? Is it normal? Why does it look like a ghost rare almost? You know, let me put this in the side. That looks really weird. It's just a rare, but I don't know why it's all like that. I feel like that's not normal, right? Maybe I'll pull another one maybe and see what it looks like. Gekka Toto, Jeremiah Millie. Honestly, and the more I think about it, because I'm not a super fan, I don't know why I bought so much. I'm just like, might as well buy all this. I know the prices will be pretty high for what it's worth, but I could just go with singles. But I think I was also more worried about the rare battles. I did want to play in them, but the rare battles are coming up pretty fast. Another AP, not foil. It is what it is. The rare battles are coming up pretty fast, though. I know, like, one of the shops in my state, they ran the Geass rare battles very quickly. In fact, they ran it just, I guess, as of this recording, yesterday afternoon, which is really early. So, I know the Geass battles, for the most part, though, are still, like, going to be probably in January or so. Late December, early January or so, but it feels weird, though, that I'm just getting so many boxes for this. I'm just trying to open it up, get my cards I need for the deck, and I guess just play it casually, because I'm still focused on JJK as my main deck for a while, until Demon Slayer comes out, at least, because I'm just playing, like, Kyoto School for JJK, which is really fun, and also, unironically, a pretty good deck. But I've been more focusing on that over Geass. I should practice Geass more, but we have Suzaku, and then we have Altart Lelouch. Okay, so 2 Altarts and a weird rare that looks like a ghost rare for some reason. I don't know. Okay, so that's 1 box out of 8. I don't know. This will be an interesting rare battle. I finished doing some Bleach rare battles. I think it's safe to say the Bleach rare battles suck ass. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of hated it a lot because the rare battles for Bleach was literally a sack fest of who gets the best triggers, and I really hated that. In my experience, at least. And I don't even think it's a deck building issue per se. It's literally more of who gets the best triggers, which I really hated. Because oftentimes, like, I would just like not hit triggers on my thing. Like I was playing purple, not like the Rush Renji variant necessarily, but yeah, I was playing a purple deck. 8 Ichigos, 3 Renji raids actually, and then 3 Rukias. I'm not playing Byakuras or anything, but oftentimes like they would hit my triggers and there'd be nothing, or I hit their triggers and it's just like all their specials and stuff, which really sucks. And I just had to accept the fact that, yeah, the rare battles was just going to be literally sack fest of who gets the best triggers. Realistically, which I guess is kind of just like this game in general, to be fair. It's kind of normal. Oh, Lelouch. Ah, nice. Box hopper. It's just kind of this game in general. But it still just feels really bad when you just kind of lose off of not getting good triggers. Because I found that happening a lot. Like, I haven't won one. That's nice, AP. I haven't won one. I've topped at one, and then I scrubbed out basically of another one, but I need another place to put this box. God damn it, I am running out of room really fast. But yeah, the rare battles have been interesting so far. The fact that it's kept into their titles, I think it's a very interesting way to go about it. But some IPs are going to be very awkward. Because, like, really, like, the Bleach matchups is just very straightforward. It's just mostly removals. There's some control decks. Yellow just virtually has no chance. It's going to be mostly green and purple. Green has, like, honestly, a pretty hard counter matchup for purple. Just because the freeze on the Toshiro. Ooh, nice uncommon. New Freeman. Actually, that's another one. Yeah, the matchup for purple is rougher into green. Just because they can freeze one of your guys, and it doesn't work like Fear. It's just a better version of Fear, to be honest. But then they can also freeze your backline, which really sucks if you have a Kisuke, because he's only generating 2 if he's active. And if it gets frozen, then it's like, okay, you're only generating 1 now, which really sucks. And it's for a whole cycle, right? It's until the end of your next attack phase, which really sucks. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it just feels really bad. And then Hunter, I don't do Hunter. I didn't play at all. But I heard it was a little more skillful, which is nice because there's a little more variety. But purple is literally all just purple Rush Renji variants and shit, and like Toshiro Rush, I guess. But I mean, I know it'll get better. Another AP in this Kaylin. I wish I got the foil for that, but whatever. But I know how it is. It's just normal. That's just you in general. Just rely on the triggers. But there's more variety with later sets, which is really nice. Like, the JJK one, I think, will be really fun. There's a lot more variety with a lot of deck building. And, like, it's not all just hope you have the better triggers. You can still have bad triggers and still do pretty well. At least in practice when I've been playing it. Oh, that's an SR. That's an interesting SR. Let's put this over there, and then there's the purple up there. Okay. But yeah, I've seen like results though for most rare battles. It's just been purple Bleach dominating, which is not surprising. Hunter has had more variety. You see like some like purple like Phantom Troop Zoldyck builds, or you'll see like blue slots / bombers, and then there's like obviously green Gone. Green Kurapika I think is actually not even the best green build, which is really funny because in JP I'm pretty sure it was what do you call it? I'm pretty sure it was green Kurapika that was like considered one of the best decks. Oh, no, it was weird. It's blue slots that was considered like one of the best decks. But then when it came to TCG, at least locally, I guess, but from tournament results I've seen, it hasn't done as crazy as I expected it to, which I think is really interesting when you compare metas between, wait, oh, no, the same League Lush. It's just a different one. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I think it's interesting just to see the difference in like how our meta is shaping up, because like in the TCG I feel like there's a lot more variety with deck building, whereas JP, I mean, granted, like there were cards that they got that we just didn't, for example like the 0 cost Ruki and stuff, but it just feels like there's a lot more variety with deck building here in the TCG compared to the JP version, where they kind of just saw the meta decks and everyone just played the same thing. There wasn't that much experimentation. They just sat on the build and went, this is the best build, and then everyone just kind of played it without really experimenting. Where I feel like the TCG, there's a lot more experimentation with different builds. Granted, most of them are basically in line with like deck lists from like JP, but occasionally I'll still see like a lot of different variety for deck builds, which is nice. Also, I have not really been paying attention to what I've been pulling. I pulled two APs. Not foils. I just got spoiled on this pack. I know it's an altar or something, I believe, because they have an interesting foil to it. This is the Suzaku. Yeah, this is Suzaku 1-star. That's pretty nice. I think I'm looking for the 2-star. I just don't know if I'll pull it, which is weird. Again, man, like, not, the more I think about it, the more I realize, yeah, I should have just bought. Because this was like, I think I bought like 75 a box. So it was like 600 or something total for 8 boxes or something like that. The more I think about it, the more I realize I should have just bought singles. I really should just buy singles, but I just love opening packs so much. There's an SR Grin. I need the alt art for that. I just picked up a bunch of alt arts actually, locally. Some people just don't know the value of their cards, or like they just want to move them, which is fair because not everyone loves Geass. Geass is like a good show from what I could barely remember, but it's also well liked. But it's a very old show. Oh, that's just what it normally looks like. Okay, well that's an example. They all just look the same like that. Okay, well I can put the other one back then. I just thought it was like a weird misprint or something, but I guess that's just how it actually looks. But yeah, Geass is like honestly more niche when you consider like the other shonen animes that have released for this, like Bleach and Code Geass, not Code Geass, Jujutsu Kaisen. Whereas I feel like Geass is maybe not as mainstream as the others. This is just an SR Suzaku, okay. But yeah, I feel like this is not gonna be as popular, of course. And then we get to Demon Slayer, which is just another, shonen anime, whatever. And then that would be really popular. Then we'll have One Punch Man, which will be a little more niche. It's still popular, yeah, but it's not as popular like Demon Slayer, I think. But then once we get past that, we'll have like Black Clover. And then we'll have SAO. SAO, I think, will be the big set. Just because, you know, waifus and all that stuff. You know, because that waifu tax is real, right? That's definitely something that you can't ignore. Which is also why, you know, C2... and Kaylin in the set, they're relatively expensive for what it's worth. Granted, it's like day one, but still. I think that's a scary thing about this Union Arena. Now, obviously I'm opening because it's fun. I just do it for the channel. But obviously, when you're opening packs, it doesn't matter who you are. You could be a milk-drinking kid. You still want to open good cards. You don't want to pull garbage, and you're not going to be satisfied by that. Most people are not. Most people open packs, and then they go, wow, I wish I pulled something better usually. Like, you see it all the time, like, even with Pokemon, too. Like, I occasionally go to Pokemon locals, and, like, I'll see it, and, like, even kids will be disappointed if they don't pull, like, something crazy, like, X or V or whatever. But, like, you mean, like, the value's not really there. I've talked about this before. Also, what would, like, pulls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. Yeah. It's about average, and then, like, 1 alter or something. I don't know. But yeah, like, the value of Union is weird because it's all relatively cheap, despite the fact that it's a Bandai game, but it's just not as popular as One Piece, of course. But some cards are kind of expensive. Like, it's mostly for the meta decks, or the perceived quote-unquote meta decks. Like, for example, JJK is Yuji, and then here it's Lancelot, right? But I think the value is just really awkward because, like, you can open the box. On average, is like, what, MSRP is like 70 or something? Like 70, 75? So you're opening a box, and your values in the SRs, which most of them are not worth anything. Like, right now, Lancelot's are like 20. Every other SR is like less than $10. And you're pulling like, what, 4 to 5 SRs a box with like 1 to 2 alt arts, maybe. Usually at least 1 to alt art, but it's like, yeah, like 1 to 2. I don't even know the average anymore, to be honest, with how my pulls have been. Another Lelouch. But yeah, a lot of the value gets dropped down, especially like after a week of release. Because obviously we're not in pre-release, we are in official release now. But it feels really awkward at times because the value just quickly goes down and it doesn't necessarily recover all the time. Which is fine. It keeps the game relatively cheap, which is nice, right? Especially when you compare it to other ones like Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff. But it just feels bad when you open the box and you don't pull anything good. Again, no one wants to open everyone wants to open packs for fun, but no one wants to open the pack, get nothing, and be like, yeah, that's satisfying. Because if you wanted to do that, you would just open, like, I don't know, like Pokemon, like, trick-or-treat packs that aren't worth anything value-wise, right? At least that's just the way that I look at it, though. I mean, I'm sure obviously people will have different opinions on it, but I just think of it as, like, I open all these packs because I have fun with it, but obviously I want to pull something of value. So if it's something especially I don't play, then, like, I don't need it. I could just move it to someone for, like, a price and get some of my value back. Because everyone wants to recoup their losses, especially if you're buying boxes, you know, because, you know, boxes aren't cheap, right? 70, 75 for a box of this is not that cheap. especially when all the bulk is worth nothing. Most of the rares are worth nothing either. Only very few rares like are worth money. Like Hunter x Hunter, it was like the, what do you call it? The freaking neon. Yeah, the neon, the 5-color 2-gen, 2 AP 2-gen one. Yeah, that one's like good, but it's like $5 on like TCG Player because it's just a staple card for like most green decks. But then like you don't really have that. A lot of the rares, like something like this Kaylin, is probably gonna be like less than like 10 cents. No one's gonna care about it. Most of these are not gonna have any value. Your only real value ends up generally being some SRs, but not really. It's gonna be like the SR 2-stars for the most part, because even the alt-arts are like relatively cheap after some point. But again, I think it's how the metagame changes. The metagame shifts. But most people, I feel like, especially when it comes to listings and what they prioritize in terms of price, I feel like most people just look at the JP meta and as their end-all be-all, and it's just, yeah, that's about the price I expect, you know. Like, it's gonna be this high because it's like the best deck. But realistically, like I said earlier, like I think the TCGs is better with deck building than like even OCG is. So I feel like we have more room for improvement in pushing out decks to see which ones are actually good. Jeremiah, that's like okay. It's an alt. It's not bad. Not the preferred one, obviously, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think our meta game is just a lot more different. I mean, yes, you have like the purple bleach and like the blue JJK that's like good, but I don't think they're just like the outright best decks by a mile. I think a lot of other decks like have a lot more capabilities. And then in this case, red has a lot more capabilities as like a super fast aggro deck compared to like green, which takes time to set up. Although when they do set up fast, obviously they're just going to probably win because the lances are just so strong. And then purple is like the nice middle ground in between. So, which is why again I'm struggling to choose which one I want to pick. Oh, thank God, thank God. Okay, we have a 2-star. This is Shirley. This is actually a really nice one. I was hoping for the Kaylin one, but I really like the Shirley one. It looks nice. So that's a nice 2-star. That's why I have to hope when I get half a case. Because if you get a whole case, like I know one of my friends opened like a whole case and he got 2 SRs. 2 SR 2-stars. But the average pull rate is 1. It's supposed to be just like generally 1 2-star SR a case. That's the expected rate. Which is really scary because obviously, your 2-stars can be a variety of cards, but only some will have value, while many will drop. Like JJK, we saw it. The UG 2-star is worth the most, but even that's only like, I say only in quotes, it's like 145 or something, like 150, right? As like a meta staple, as like a 4 for its deck. But like the other ones like don't really compare too much in price. Like the Nobra has the waifu tax, but otherwise like she's really low compared to the UG. The Gojo's low. Everything else is just like really bad, right? It's just kind of awkward with a lot of the cards. So, but good thing we pulled a 2-star. That's what I'm really hoping. Which is really scary because Demon Slayer, I really want the alt arts. Like, I don't have a max rarity deck, right? And I don't think I ever will, just because of how expensive the 3-stars are, right? But I do want a mostly max rarity deck for some stuff. I guess no, I don't even have a max rarity deck technically for Kyoto School. I think I'm missing just like release event stuff and judge pack cards and all that other garbage. But it's really weird though because like a max rarity deck would be cool, but like it's just so expensive, especially when like a 3-star. Like I know Demon Slayer, like the Tanjiro is the 3-star card, which I'm like, okay, I'm definitely not just gonna max rarity this because it's gonna be way too expensive. The 3-stars like so expensive, it's not even worth it. And then I mean, I guess like SAO maybe. I mean, I really like SAO. Just the waifus and stuff is really cool, but it's just so expensive. Although I'm pretty sure the 3-star is I want to say Kirito, but it could be Asuna. Honestly, I'm not really sure. But I mean, that's still far off, so I shouldn't be worrying about that. I should be worrying about Black Clover, but I already know that one's Asta anyways. Liv, CC. Okay, this is good. Good pull so far. This is a good box. You got the 2-star. Last time I pulled the UG. Oh, another AP. That's a different one too, Shirley. But last time I did the opening for JJK, I did pull this 2-star as well. I think that's the problem. Like, I just feel like I like the game a lot. It's very fun, obviously. I'm going to be playing this as long as I can. But I feel like the value is not really there. And I feel like the investment is not worth it for a whole case, which is almost weird to say. But like when you compare it to like One Piece and stuff, it's like One Piece has a lot of value, right? Especially for like the manga rares, all that stuff, even though it's very unlikely. But this is a character card game, very typical. We've seen like tons of these in the past. I know that. I've seen these since I was a kid. I know a lot of people, a lot of companies and stuff that try to do card games based on IPs, but most of them fail, which I hope this one doesn't, but they do mostly fail just because it's very generic stuff. I mean, you can see it, right? They just use cells from the shows and maybe the movie or something, but they just use cells from the show and stuff as like the art for the cards. I wish there's more original art. That would be nice, but I mean, I don't know if they'll put the money into that, to be honest. It's a very cheap card game to probably produce, so they probably just want to maximize their profit margins. But it would be nice if they had more original arts and stuff, because like JJK is really disappointing. Geass is a nice thing, like it's an improvement from JJK, but that's not really saying much because JJK was terrible. But here, let me organize this also really quick. I have all my APs. I have so many AP cards, it's not even funny. And the worst part is I don't even use official AP cards at my locals. Well, scratch that. I use official AP cards, but they're not official in the TCG, which is really annoying to me that they say like, oh, like you can't use JP ones because they're not official for TCG. But I'm like, these are official in JP, which is ultimately the one they care about the most. But I guess it's because they want to, I don't know, make money off of the TCG, I guess, which is like fine, but I don't really like it. It's like, just let me play my official AP sleeves that I prefer from a set that I know is probably not going to come to the TCG, and by that I mean Nikkei. Because again, they have like obviously JP has sets that are released there, like Idolmaster Shiny Colors or Robco and Friend or whatever it was called. Stuff that's more popular there than they would be here in like the TCG. But okay, nice 0. That's pretty good. My desk is a super mess. Jesus Christ. But yeah. I just wish that wasn't a rule, but yeah, unfortunately I had to learn that rule when I looked through it and realized, yeah, like your playmat can be anything. Obviously, as long as it's not like suggestive or anything, but your playmat can be anything. Your sleeves apparently can technically be anything. It's just your AP cards, which I'm like, what the hell? Like, why? What's the point? Who cares? However, I mean, if they want to be picky, it's their game, obviously. But I just think it's a really stupid rule. Also, these are still mappable. I thought stuff would be mappable, but it's like, okay, like you pull an SR on one side, and I'm just pulling it on the other side. So this is off the first pack, by the way. We'll go this, that, and let's see what our foils are. We have the Milliford and... Okay, so it's not that map. Never mind. I thought it was pretty mapped. It was mapped in a few of the other boxes I've already opened, but when I get disproven right away, as I say, it's mapped. Shame on me, I guess. It's still mapped, though, overall. Like, the average pull is just going to be easily mapped where you know where the SRs are going to be, so you can technically dig out the SRs and just sell off the rest of the packs, I guess. But if someone buys loose packs from you, I think that's just on them to get scammed, to be honest. Who buys loose packs in general, like unless they're like blister packs, I would never just outright buy loose packs from someone online. But even like in person, because like I don't know what other people pulled. I can't trust that, right? Like maybe I opened a case of this, right? In that case, maybe I opened half a box. It was kind of weird. I guess not weird, but I will say when I did get my boxes, they were what do you call it? The case was already open, so someone had come in and already either picked up boxes or bought boxes or whatever. So again, like when you know a hit has already been taken, like you're more likely to just not even buy into the box. Like I see all the time with other TCGs too, like even Yu-Gi-Oh. Like some stores will sell like Yu-Gi-Oh like singles, and then they'll just sell out the packs, and someone pulls like, ooh, like a secret rare that's really good or something. Then you're like thinking, okay, that box is dead. Yeah, that's normal across all TCGs, and Yu-Gi-Oh Arena is like no exception. If they know the box is dead, like they're not gonna just keep buying packs, which is why a lot of shops, or not a lot of shops, like a good amount of shops, I know this, don't allow you to buy packs. They only sell it by boxes, which makes sense, right? Like you don't want people to complain about like dead boxes, so you say screw it, they have to buy a box. And it is a higher entry cost for the boxes, but it's the better way to ensure that they don't have wasted product and that they don't have people complaining that a box is dead, so they aren't going to get any more, you know. Alright, 2, 3, and we have a... Ooh, this is the first Alter Suzaku. No, I think I pulled one earlier, right? How did I not... I swear I pulled one. Did I pull one? Wait, I thought it was in green. Maybe I did pull one. Let me look real quick. Hold on, sorry. I did pull it. Oh, yeah, okay. Earlier, I thought I pulled only one alt. I guess I just wasn't paying attention and put it in. Alright, yeah. Best part about opening is just not paying attention. There's so many packs. I think when it comes to Union, I know the value's not there. I know very well, alright? But I think realistically, I would never get a case of any set except for Nikkei. That's just my favorite IP that they've released for Union Arena. There's a lot of cool stuff, like Dandadan, however you want to call it. I think that would be pretty cool too. I really like the show. I really like the cards. I'm sure the cards would be really cool to have too, even if it's like a garbage deck. But, I think I just wouldn't want to dedicate a case. I've seen prices of cases. They're hella expensive. Like, what was it? Someone locally I knew, like, got, like, Bleach. And they got, like, a case for, like, $1,200. I'm like, do I want to put $1,200 into a case when I know, like, my return on investment is going to be, like, negative? Like, my best in return is just going to be, like, several $100s at most. Which is, like, nothing. Like, who cares? Like, what was I seeing? I seen Code Geass. I guess, like, Code Geass was going for 90 initially for boxes. But then they were going, like, for, like, 1,000 something. Which is my problem with Bandai games, I guess, in general. That I've noticed. Their entry for cases are really expensive. Like, really expensive. I don't know why. Like, do they not produce enough? Is that why there's, like, a limited amount? Because I'm like, what the hell is this? They're really expensive for, like, little return. Granted, One Piece is, like, fine. Because, like, you have the value there. But in games like this, like, why is it so expensive? It's so weirdly expensive for, like, sealed product when, like, the value is barely there, which sucks. I mean, we already know what's going to be in Demon Slayer. In terms of meta... Well, that was really weird. I felt something funny. In terms of meta, it's going to be purple, I believe, is the best deck, just because Muzan's just such a crack card. But, we already know, like, the overall value of the cards. Likely, like, the Nezuko, the Tanjiros will be good for yellow. Like, the Muzans will also be fairly expensive too, but the value is only going to be there for the alt arts, which kind of sucks. I don't like, that's my, I mean, I guess I have a lot of complaints about Union Arena in general, honestly. It's mostly with the value of this, like, it sucks. Obviously, like, I like opening packs. A lot of people like opening packs, and people will argue, like, you shouldn't be getting into this for the value. Like, you're right. I'm not. I'm actively playing this game at my locals. But, like, man, I want to get some money back, which is why I've talked about this before. I'm pretty sure I talked about it in the last video I did for this. It felt really bad with just entry packs, when entry packs are just, like, the same promos, the same AP cards. Oh, like, two per kit is foiled, whatever, and they're not worth anything. Like, it just feels kind of bad. Again, like I said, I like the game enough. I don't really care necessarily, but I don't want to open the box and not pull anything good, right? Like, who does? Who wants to open product and packs and just be like, yeah, I'm satisfied just opening the packs. Doesn't matter what I pull. And then, what, they're still going to be happy that they pulled, like, absolute garbage? No. That's just, like, a very unlikely scenario. Everyone wants to get some value out of it, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay, that was a 2-star? I think there's a 2-star. Yeah, that was a 2-star box. Altar too. So I think that's all my altars. I think one more SR maybe. I can't really remember. I'm starting to put the packs in my garbage too. I have to do it after this. I probably will. Suzaku, Pure Blood, Lelouch. I don't even know if I could build a deck in time. There's so many goddamn cards. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'll have the mental capacity at this time to build all these decks. I can't theoretically build. I picked up a bunch of cards, so I could theoretically build like every single deck, every single color, but that's not something I want to do for this set necessarily. For I think even for Demon Slayer, I don't really want to do that because I know it's not gonna be that. They're not gonna be that good. Not that I play like meta, because again, like JJK, I'm not playing. I have Blue Sukuna built, but I'm not playing it. I'm playing mostly Kyoto, right? But I like. This is a game where it's cheap enough to build all the decks, but I don't know if I care about them. Like, red is, like, cool. It's, like, an aggro deck, blah, 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 blah. They have, like, Pizza Time, which is funny, right? Because now your winner CCs actually have usage. But, like, I don't know if I care that much about it to, like... I don't know if I'll, like, care that much about it. Like, when, like, the entry packs are just really garbage, like, who cares? And then, like, I'm not going to be playing meta anyways. I'm playing, like, some, like, technically rogue deck, because I think Kyoto School is actually worse. I believe JP Meta, which is weird because like JP Meta was like Blue Sukuna is like the best deck because obviously like JP didn't have the pair band that we have, and we got the hit that they got after, which again, Sukuna was still good, but it wasn't as good as it was initially. But which is similar to purple, which is why they deliberately took out 2 specific cards because purple bleach is so good. But I'm just like, our metagame I feel like is just different. It's different enough that it's fine. Yeah, I think there's a lot more experimentation. You'll see in like Eggman tournaments and stuff for sure, but like I don't know, the rare battles just man, everyone. I wish people would want more variety in the rare battles. The rare battles just, I don't know, like they're fun, sure, but you're just playing Union Arena, and at that point it's like, you know what everyone's gonna be on. They're gonna be on meta shit, which really sucks. I don't know. I'm not someone who's necessarily a meta chaser. I just happened to build purple bleach before because I was like, I opened a few boxes, pulled everything I needed for it. I'm like, I'm just gonna build this. It's the easiest route to go. But yeah, I'm not necessarily a meta chaser because usually the meta decks are really boring as fuck. Like, anyone? No, that's Suzaku. Just organize like this. The meta cards aren't usually that exciting, or the meta decks aren't that exciting. Sukuna is like, build up fingers, put up a shrine, put up Sukunas, and then kill your opponent without even trying. Like, it felt kind of boring to me, so I still have the deck, but I just kind of abandoned it at some point. Whereas I felt Kyoto was like more fun and even better in some cases, but again, it's like very like low to the ground. The 5 cost is like its highest one, but obviously it will have trouble against certain matchups that are more aggro against them since their power isn't as high as like other decks, but whatever. Which is why for, you know, this, I'm glad, like, I have, there were like 2-3 people at my locals today for the pre-release, but like talking about like building out, another one in Gym Rat is nice, building out Pizza Time, which I'm like, cool, I tested it, it sucks, it's too slow to set up is a problem, but, Pizza Time is fun, which I think is nice. I think it's nice when people actually experiment and have, like, different, like, decks that they bring instead of just the same meta shit. Or at least the meta according to what JP's was, right? Because people are still on that, which, I don't know, that feels really weird because it's like their meta is so drastically different, especially when they got sets differently. Like, did you know Code Geass was like the first JP set ever released for Union? Like, it was the first set, and then it was followed by JJK, right? And then it's followed by, I want to say, reincarnating as a slime, I think, and then it was like some other JP only set. It was like an Iron Master set. Oh, Iron Master Shiny Colors is what it was, the 3rd set of the year. But the 3rd set ever released in JP, I mean. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's very early on. Obviously, the metagame will be hard to tell. But I think for the rare battles, it'll mostly be green, which is fine, I guess. I just don't want to play red. Red's matchup into purple is really awkward. It only does well against green because green just can take forever to set up, right? Whereas red's relatively easy. The setup is like almost non-existent. You're just putting a bunch of bodies out and aggroing on your opponent, which I guess is nice for the early game, but you know, whatever. Obedient Z Britannia. Z Britannia is an SR. I don't know why. I get it if you want to play a Britannia Empire deck, but this card is awful. It's a 3/2 also. 2 AP just for that. That sounds so terrible. Granted, it reduces the cost of your next event card specifically by 1 AP, but I don't think it's that good. Suzaku, Gloucester, Pizza. We have another Noonly in a wheelchair. That's pretty nice. Alright. Let's just do like this. It's crazy how many of these APs I pull. Guys, there's like fucking 2 box, but I just pull so many. It's just like cool. I just don't know what to do with it. No one wants to pick them up. Everyone gets the APs and they're like really cheap. I mean, I could move them online, yeah, but like no one really buys it. They don't care enough. Kaylin. And then Kiyoshiro. I don't even know why. At a certain point, I kind of go through so much bulk. I really should just donate my bulk to somewhere or just throw it away, because most of this bulk I'm not going to care about. Like, I pick up 20 sets of everything and then call it a day. I have so much JJ. Man, so much bulk. It's just unbelievable. It's, like, kind of annoying. I'm running out of storage space, too, because I also do Yu-Gi-Oh! And, like, a little bit of Pokemon, mostly. But, a little bit of Pokemon. Mostly Yu-Gi-Oh! Is what I meant. But, Ganami, Konami. chess game. That's their special, I believe. And theirs. Has there been an alt art? What the hell? I guess the Jeremiah is the only alt art, which is like, okay. Yeah, the alt art, I don't know, man. Like, I know Nikkei, I know I'm going to go pretty hard on. I just don't know if, oh, this is a new AP. Lelouch. I say Lelouch also. I know I'm probably, like, I saw C dot, so I would call her CC, but apparently it's not. That's how long it's been since I watched the show. I'm just getting names wrong. Can you show? Ugh, playing their pre-releases, though, felt so bad. It was weird, because, like, there's just so many events. Like, Pizza Time has, like, 8 of them, I guess. But, like, there's so many event cards that people were also just pulling and just, like, they weren't able to play because, like, you need zeros, you need ones in the field, you need characters, and, like, they're just pulling events that are just unusable, which sucks, but it is what it is, right? Liv, Kaylin, and C2. Man, I'm going to be loaded up on the SR. Surely I can move all this stuff. Again, I spent like 600 on it or something. Yeah, I spent like 600 or something on the boxes. So, and then I'm trying to think. I guess technically I did prepay for like 2 more boxes at another shop. So there's like 10 boxes total. Didn't really pull anything, but it is what it is, right? Ugh. Yeah, I'm so tired. I only just got back from locals, which is weird. Like, they closed a little earlier than usual because, like, the people who were still working there were just like, oh, they're tired, which is fine, but I should be sleeping. I barely got any sleep. I imagine working for, like, 60 hours, right? And you're like, I want to do stuff, I'm too tired, so you can't. And then you barely get any sleep because you go home at, like, noon because you work a graveyard shift at, like, midnight, so... Pretty cool stuff. I should be sleeping right now. And I probably will sleep soon after this. I told my friends I'd be on the VC for Discord, but nah, I think they're fine. Actually, I don't know if I'll have enough time to build. I need to think about this. I want to build a Geass deck. I just need to look at my list and see how it plays. I haven't practiced this nearly as much. And it's really weird because, like, now that we know how the rare battles are, like, oh, I have to practice, like, sets ahead. And it's going to be really annoying and stuff, so... That was an alt art. That's the alt art that they posted on Twitter. I know that. I love the alt art is really nice for this set. Millie Ashford. Ooh, hey, Kaylin. Nice. SR Star. I believe I actually will have one of her, so I need 2 more, actually. So that's my alt arts. But yeah, it's really nice because these alt arts are a lot better. It's not... It's actually... I guess it's kind of textured. It's nice. I just feel like, man... It feels weird, the decision with... JJK. Maybe that's how it was in Japan, but I don't know. Like, they did signatures, then they did like 3 stars, and like the alt arts are pretty bland for the most part, which really sucks. But maybe that's just how it was originally planned. I'm not really sure, but Millie, Suzaku, Shirley. Shirley. People will want these. I need to bring all of this tomorrow, too. I already know that. I already know people will want to build the decks and stuff. I just need to basically sell and juice people. Which sounds shitty, but it's like, well, I gotta make some value back, man. I spend a lot on this just so I can get the cards right away. Because the singles part is, like, really annoying. Especially, like, ends up getting lost in mail. Because, like, okay. This is... okay, hold on. Let me compose myself, I guess. The big thing, right... When it comes to this time of the year, the holiday seasons, right? We have rare battles next month. Now, you have to think about how much volume gets processed at, like, USPS and FedEx and all that stuff. So the problem is when so much volume gets processed, it's likely that there are going to be some packages, orders that are left behind or they get lost. Most of the time when you're ordering cards, they're sending it through, like, a plain white envelope. So it's basically sent as, like, a letter, which is the most likely to be lost because they have so many letters that probably go through, like, every time around this, you know, year and stuff. Is that my first green? It is. Cornelia. Okay. But yeah, it's just, like... it's just, like, really awkward just because... if you're ordering online, it's fine. But there's a chance I get lost in the mail, especially if there's no tracking. And it's, like, really bad if you're trying to build out these decks, which is why I feel like that's probably, like, the better reason why I did buy boxes of, this. Code Geass, because in general I'm not like a super fan of it, right? Which is honestly what should be the main determining factor in like whether you buy boxes for or not. Like you should be just building stuff that based on IPs that you like. But because the rare battles are coming up fairly soon and I needed a deck, I'm like, I don't want to rely on singles. Not that I've lost any packages or like orders and stuff through like TCG Player, but their chance is there, especially as we get closer to Christmas and stuff. That's the first Lancelot I've seen. Not like in person. I pulled one early and sold it, but that's the first. Actually, I'm really stupid. Maybe I pulled another Lancelot. I just didn't pay attention. This is how tired you know I am. This is how you know I'm tired. Okay. I have one Lancelot. Full playset. Yeah, it's the first one because I have a full playset of Ophelias. I guess. Cool. I guess that's awesome. If I want to build. Oh man, if I want to build green, that's awkward. I really need that. I moved it too for an alt art. I don't want to buy it though. Fuck. Get right to it. Millie Ashford. Wow. She's live. I see this, which is really funny because like almost every set's colors have their own final triggers, but I think JJK is like the only one that does not, because JJK, none of the Kyoto students, at least at this time, have. I don't even think in the future, if I remember right, they don't have like domain expansions. So the domain expansion they use is literally the Mahito one. Mahito's domain expansion. That's the one they use for that color, purple, which is really unfortunate because I mean, maybe one of them does eventually get a domain expansion. I guess technically they could, but it depends. I know there's gonna be a part 3, which is interesting. I don't think UA has a part 3 yet, but with how the series goes for a lot of these shows and stuff, like there is bound to be a part 3 for a lot of this stuff, which will be interesting to see because like part 1 introduces the IP, introduces the set. Part 2 greatly improves on it by giving like so much like powerful support. I wonder what part 3s will be like, because there's a lot of shows I can still use part 3s. Like part 2 of Demon Slayer, for example, is Swordsmith arc. Obviously they will need what do you call it? They will need cards eventually to make for part 3, because obviously you need the Infinity Castle arc, the one that's going to be in theaters at some point, like I think early next year or something. I can't remember the date, but or like Bleach part 2 ends when they're still invading the Soul King's palace after you watch us taken over. Yes, I am spoiling things, who cares? After they've taken over the servers have taken over the Soul King, and then you watch as his powers. But like obviously they need a part 3, right? Because you have a lot more things to conclude and stuff. That's why I'm like curious what they'll do. Or maybe they skip to the next one, the Hell arc, because technically that's like the arc after. Which, to be honest, I haven't caught up on. Like I thought the manga and the series entirely ended with the Sternritter stuff. Oh, art slash. That's nice. The what do you call that? Yeah, I thought the entire arc ended with like the 1,000-year blood war. I didn't think it would continue, to be honest. So I was more surprised, but yeah, I don't know. All those, a lot of these sets will eventually get part 3s. When they'll come, I'm not exactly sure, but that will be very interesting to see. I guess another example would be Nikkei, because they use Nikkei members of different squads, but there's so many more squads that they're missing that I feel like there has to be a part 2, right? Like I know Geass has a part 2. I don't know how long it goes for. JJK is Shibuya Incident, I think, for part 2, I believe. But it's not culling games, right? They have Shibuya Incident because they have like I think Maharaja is actually in it too, but they need one for the culling games, which will be part 3. So I'm just curious when they'll actually introduce that, because obviously they've shown that there is a level of power creep to the game as like future cards have more and more effects and do even more shit. And then the early decks and stuff, like they just kind of don't catch up as well. Obviously decks like, I don't know, like Blue Kuna, maybe even Purple Bleach to an extent, have a really good staying power, but other decks that are more rogue, like, kind of lose their power, which is pretty unfortunate. Like, Kyoto School, I can't imagine being that good in, like, a couple of months, right? Once the level of power creep starts to set in, but maybe I'll be wrong, who knows. How many else? I have 2 more boxes. I like to pull, I guess, I don't know, man. I pulled a 2-star, so I guess I should be fine. I mean, it's not going to be worth that much. To be honest, the Shirley's nice, but, like, she's not going to be worth more than $100 after a couple of days, to be honest. I'm really hoping for 3-star. I really want to pull one. I don't know. I just think it'd be really cool, I guess. I don't know. Everyone wants to pull a 3-star, to be fair, but still. Surely I'm the one that deserves it because I spend the most on sealed product. That's how it works. I haven't seen a 3... Actually, I have seen the... No, have I seen the 3-star in person? No. I think I have seen the 3-star in person, but it's for JJK, so it was a lot less impressive than you think, which is really sad. It wasn't serialized, which I don't care. I think serialized cards are really fucking stupid, but I remember seeing it in person for the JJK one. I was like, oh, that's kind of mid. And also, it feels weird. To me, it feels weird when they... Obviously, they have, like, what, 6 SRs that are also 2-star SRs, but... To me, it feels weird when they only do 1 SR 3-star. I guess technically that, like, limits, like, the pull rate and thus gives it more value. But it just feels really weird when, like, they only do, like, 1 character. Like, Bleach was Ichigo, right? Hunter is gone, I believe. Yeah, it was gone. JJK, it's Yuji. And then here it's Lelouch. But I feel like there's, like, other characters. They could have done, like, a second 3-star, right? I don't think that would have been a problem. Oh my gosh, so many boxes. Fuck me. I'm doing total. I have 8 here. And then I have... Okay, so I have 8. And then I have 10. Yeah, I don't think I gave more boxes. I think I'm just doing my pre-releases. It's really unfortunate too. I was gonna do another union battle and a pre-release today, but I don't know. I just got busy. It was after work. I was tired, sleepy, blah, blah, blah. And then I had, like, other stuff I would do, like, maintenance for, like, home repairs and stuff. But, I was supposed to hop on VC too, but now that I'm looking at VC and who's in it, I don't really care who they are. Oh. Oh, the first Kalen? Jesus Christ, I'm going to need 4 of her too. Oh my god. What can I say? I'm a sucker for waifus, I guess. I'm really that guy. Is it sad? Probably. Who cares, though? I love this game. And I like these animes. Well, not this one in particular, you know, but still. Jeremiah, and then Kaylin. This feels so weird, too. I picked up SRs, not even alt-arts, and I feel weird for picking them up now, because I ordered boxes. If you order boxes, like, there's no point in picking up, like, singles. When you order a bunch of boxes, you're lucky to honestly pull the cards that you need. Granted, I say that, and I've only pulled a single Lancelot, and I have 1 more box left after this, so who knows? I'm hoping for 1 more, maybe 2, please. God, I would love it. It'd be really convenient. I hope it's not like JJK down, where my other playable one is like some 2-star or whatever, because that makes it kind of annoying. Oh, wow, 2. Okay. Nope, of course I can't open it like that. Man, my garbage is so full. Radford. Noodly. How many noodlies do I even have? What the hell? Oh my god, what did he... Okay, I'm gonna have to stop for a second. I just need to organize all this shit. Suzaku, Shirley, not blah, 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 Suzaku, Lelouch, Shirley, oh my god, I can't believe doing this in the middle of this, really. Suzaku, okay, Noonley, Shirley, so place that Noonley's, not Noonley, place that Shirley's one, okay, so I pulled a bunch. I just had to make sure. Lancelot's literally the only one that I just pulled like 1 of, which is really sad. Arguably, obviously, the most expensive one. But still. I know. And I know earlier I did say I don't chase meta, which I don't. I don't really necessarily like playing the meta. Obviously, you just play the decks that you think is fun. If you happen to pull meta, then, you know, it is what it is. But, I don't know. Like, I might as well build the deck anyways, right? Because I know part 2 makes it so much better and even more consistent, which is really scary. Playing against playing against Lancelot though is literally just like one of those, like, it's just a sack fest, man, which sucks. They sack into it, they just draw better. Not even sack into it, they just draw better, get the energy gen really fast. Like, I think the fastest setup I've seen for Lancelot's is turn 2. They go turn 2, they go first, they have 2 action. They play the 1 cost, 2 gen, right? One of those, like, you rest them and then you sideline it at the end of main. And I'm pretty sure the fastest I've seen is like a... yeah, like a 2-turn first setup for Lancelot. They generate 8 like really fast from what I was testing. It was like that. They rested it to generate 2. They played a 2 cost that was like a 2 gen. And then they just kept going on and on. I'm like, that's cool. Oh my god, I just dropped my scissors. Okay, Cecil, House, Toto, Golden. What is it? Okay. Oh, the left side. Oh, I guess I can address this. I was gonna do a video on it, but I don't really care, man. This is Union. I do Yu-Gi-Oh still. I made Ryzeals actually, but I haven't like. I didn't do videos for crossover breakers because I never opened that much. I should have said this at the beginning, honestly. And you know what? Actually, no, screw it. I'm just going to stop talking about this. I'm just going to address it in a different video. I said I was going to do crossover breakers. I like doing case openings. Yeah, I tried to get a case, just couldn't get it, and it wasn't cheap after that. And I was like, I'm not going to spend money on this. So, yeah, I just didn't. I've been spending a lot lately. It's really bad. I got to slow my rolls, you know. Crazy. Rare. What the hell? What? What are my alterts? Wait, I haven't pulled any alterts here. Oh, is it one of those? So apparently this is a thing. I think boxes should be just all like 2 hits, right? With alterts. That's not a thing apparently. It's like 1 to 2. There's a chance of no hits either, which is really freaking stupid, but... I would honestly be curious to work in one of these facilities and just be like, how do they like produce cards? Like, I know it's all by machine, but like, how do they like, what is the production process? That's what I'm always curious about. Just I'm like, how do they let this go, man? Like, boxes with only 1 hit, it should be just 2, right? I guess because they produce so much volume, though, like they can't do like complete like quality control, which is really stupid to say, but you know. Shoot. Actually, no. Doesn't need a slot? Fuck. No, it doesn't. I just haven't pulled an altar, and I don't think I... Well, I potentially won't. I pull at least 1, maybe, but... Cool, SR, I guess. God, this thing sucks ass. He seems so cheap. I need people to experiment with different decks and do well at bigger tournaments so that they actually have some value, please. Because I'm doing the best I can, but I'm only playing at the locals, dog. Sorry, guys. Those Todos and Miwas will not be worth that much, despite how good they are. Okay, so I see an altar. I see 1. That's good. Ooh, that's actually a really nice... Oh, wait a minute. Wait, this is the winner card. Yeah, this is literally the... Hold on, I have it on here. Give me 1 second. What the hell? This is literally the winner card. I have it right here somewhere. God, all this Yu-Gi-Oh shit is here. Yeah, this is literally... Yes, I'm stopping the video just to show this. Yeah, it's just a winner card, but different. Interesting. Because they both have the same effects. It's just the different altars. This is the parallel rare. This is the winner card. I like both of them, actually. They're all equally nice, to be honest. But, yeah. Also, me just casually bringing out the winner cards. Which is weird, because, like, it felt weird playing this initially. Because, like, when you're coming from another TCG, especially when, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff, is like, you kind of just think differently in terms of deck building. When me and my friend were building decks, in a way, we were thinking differently where we were kind of ahead of the curve, right? Ahead of the competition when it came to deck building, where we were noticing certain cards were really good that people were still playing for some reason, new patterns, stuff that just like people weren't really aware for like a month. So for a month, it was basically like farming locals, which is kind of crazy to say. But not that the opponents were bad, but it's just like the cards that they were playing just weren't that good. And AP card apparently cool. Yeah, there's just one hit box with 2 AP cards. Also, this is the first of that AP. That's really interesting. I haven't pulled any others like that. But yeah, I just have a bunch of like winner CCs and stuff. Although, again, like the winner cards are cool. I really like them, but they kind of get old pretty fast when it's just the same ones. And I think they should just do like pack releases. Like, I don't know, like I have criticism about Yu-Gi-Oh! But I think the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Does their entries is still somewhat nice. Nothing will beat Pokemon, sadly. Not sadly, but like unfortunately. I wish everything matched Pokemon. They just give you a pack. It's like 8, 7, 9 cards or something. And they're all like playable generic stuff. That's what makes it so good. They're all just generic playables. I think that's just how it should be. And in this game, you can easily do it with, again, like the release event packs is just like 2 cards per pack. And then each one is like, it's just based on the different color, but just has a release event sticker on it or stamp on it. I think they should just do something like that, honestly. Because the pricing for the game is kind of atrocious, to be honest, when you really think about it. If you've been playing UA and stuff, but it's like kind of, it's honestly kind of disappointing. But it's whatever. Last box, by the way. Last box. We're almost done with this video. This video has gone on long enough, and I am getting super tired. So. Luge, Barai, Pachan. Okay, that. And another Lancelot. Cool. This is actually a good way to kind of send things off. So I have 2 Lancelots. I need 2 more. I really moved 1 for like 2 alternates too. And I knew the prices were gonna go down anyways. I just didn't want to have to take the time to get the goddamn alts and stuff. Suzaku, C2. Okay, I just terrible opening. I hate it. Okay. Shirley, Fennett. Whatever. The maintenance, Rashada, rivals, live. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it feels weird. Not every box is mappable. But enough is mappable where, like, you know, like, if you can get this on one side, then you will get it on the other side, likely. Not every box is like that, but most are, it seems. I'm pretty sure most of my boxes in this opening have been like that. But this is pizza, and the C2 right there. Beautiful. She's so hot. Okay, this one was off the top, but it's 1 less, I think. So I don't think this is... Oh, it's an alt art, and I saw it. It's white. Fuck, that's a good one hit, though. Enemy thing and Suzaku. This is the really good one for red. That's a really good one for red. Again, red really good. It turns out on attack restands are really good. Right, Gurren, Millie. Oh, okay. I need more waifu cards, please. At this rate, I'm not getting the foil AP, but that's fine. I pulled a 2-star. That's like good enough for me. I would like the foil AP. Last time I got super lucky and got the foil AP and the 2 stars. But I mean, again, like, I didn't choose my boxes. Actually, the person at the counter who was getting my stuff, they just kind of grabbed the first boxes off the top. I didn't even get to choose, which is fine. But again, there were boxes that were already gone from it, so I'm sure someone probably pulled the foil AP at least. Millie. Gloucester, giant pizza, reason for living, Verisk, okay. Well, I know I can build all the other decks at least, for the most part. I can't build Lancelot. I'm missing, literally missing just the 2 Lancelot SRs, which is really sad. And I don't want to get any more boxes, man. I'll just go pre-releases. I have 1 pre-release later today. And then maybe another one later. I don't know. Or not later. Sunday, I guess. Another pre-release, but that's it. There wasn't another pre-release I would have gone to get it earlier yesterday, but too tired, too far, man. It is weird seeing some locals, because like I have locals that show up for me that are like 100 miles away, and I'm like, why? What was it? One was in like Redmond, Oregon. That's what I think. That's what I said. And to me, I was like, what? I didn't know Redmond. I didn't know we had a Redmond in Oregon. Then there's one in Milwaukee apparently, and they're just like random stores I never heard of, like the Elite Game Store, the computer custom something in like the XP room, or I don't know. It's really weird. But I guess it makes sense. People are just trying to, a lot of stores would like apply for like Bandai stuff just so they can get product, I guess. They don't necessarily care about running the game. They just like, maybe like gyp number just so they can get product that they can sell, I guess. Which is, I mean, if they want to do that, sure, whatever, but I'd rather we get more like popularity for this game so that we can increase the growth of it, which would be nice. But it's weird. I feel like I don't want it to a level where it's like, I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon where it's that huge. But I think it fits a nice niche. I don't know. It feels nice when you have like a little smaller local community that plays this game. Instead of like some like crazy-ass locals where people only want to go just for like the prizing and they want to get all the stuff. Like they only do it solely for value, I guess. Which is weird to say that because I literally just said like I want value out of boxes and stuff. But like, you know, there's people like that, locals, who will compete mostly just to try and get prizing and stuff, and then they get pissed when they don't get prizing, or it's like they don't get good prizing, which can suck obviously, but it's like they just don't care about the game, they only care about the special prizing. That's an AP card. That's really unfortunate. Well, okay, so no foil AP, I'm pretty sure. Where are you, wheelchaired woman? All right, there you go. Wait, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different AP cards. I didn't even think about how many AP cards. Oh, man. You know what? Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to use them likely anyways. Maybe I will. Eventually, I'll have to, though. If I want to go, like, official, like, or not official, bigger events. Because they will be more strict than that. Probably they'll be like, no, you can't play that. Why? Because it's not TCG. I lost back. It's AP. It's AP. Alright. Cece, Shogo, Euphemia, Cornelia, Pizza, Kaylin, Kaname, Cecil, Kaylin, Submarine, and foil. Well, screw the pooch there. Whatever. We didn't definitely pull 2 of her, so okay, that's all the openings. Box toppers. So this was 8 boxes. So 1 Kaylin, 2 Cornelia, 1 0. This should be up here actually. 2 Suzakus, 2 Lelouches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing 1. What is the other? Didn't I have? Oh, let me see the back actually. Who am I missing? Wait, did I not pull all of them? I thought I pulled all of them. Hold on. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who is the missing one? Am I stupid? It's Kaylin 0, Suzaku, Cornelia. Oh, it's I'm done because it's 2 different Suzakus that are also box jumpers, right? Yeah, because he gets 2, because of course he does. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. But let me put these away before I show off the rest of the polls. Okay, so this is 8 boxes, by the way. Obviously, none of my polls that I got from my 2 other boxes previously, blah, 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 pre-release. But, right, alts. We have a Suzaku, and we have a C2. Then we have a Lancelot, the 6 costs. Then we have a Kaylin. This is like my second one. And then we got 2 Jeremiahs. Then we got a 2-star Shirley, which is nice. Then we have 2 Suzakus, another Jeremiah, Euphemia, Lelouch, Euphemia. So pretty good alt arts, all good things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of 8 boxes. Theoretically, it should have been 16, but yeah, I think it should have been 16. But I know I got 1-hit boxes anyway. I know I got 1-hitters, so it's whatever. Yeah, just 12. Yeah, it should have been 16 technically if they were all 2-hitters, but It is what it is. No foil AP, unfortunately, so someone else is going to get that, which is fine. You know, I am satisfied with getting a 2-star, of course. Always good. Damn. Well, like Lucius love it. Gwaine. Yeah, I know people look for Gwaine. This is no, they're different ones. I just don't. I don't know why. I don't know why they made this. Why is this a? Why is this an SR? Whatever. Gwaine easy 2, Gurren Mach, Kaylin. Oh, I have to do all this now. Otherwise, I'm just going to forget. Gwaine, Lelouch, the 2-star. Who cares? No one plays that garbage. That's this one potentially played. Nope. Garbage. Then Gwaine, then they Lelouch. So that's okay. So then that's playset of C2s. 3 Kazukis. I already have a playset. There we have another one. Playset of Gwaines with an extra one. Almost a playset of Lelouch, just missing 1. 3 of these, 3 of the Gurens, which I already have. Then we have the Euphemia with the Lancelots and that. So we have 2 Lancelots. We have the 2. Well, we have a playset of this old bastard. Then we have playset +1 of the 3-gen. We only have 2 Suzaku 2 costs, but I'm pretty sure he's a promo in the Union, in the rare battle, so that's fine. And there's 2 Lancelots, of course. And then there's Suzaku's. Nunley, there's that. There's Suzaku's right here. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3 Nunleys. You need 1 more, I think, technically for the build for red. Playset Shirley's. Playset Suzaku's, and then only 3 Lelouches. So overall, not bad, right? They're okay. I did get like 1 hitters on some boxes, which is unfortunate, but it is how it is. That said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will eventually want to do. I do want to start doing market watches for Union Arena eventually. I just need to know how to. I just need to figure out how to go about it. But I will eventually do market watches. I think it's actually important to actually cover that, and not many people are covering that, honestly. So yeah. Otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the polls. I will see you guys next time.